Young worshipers, do you want to come join me up here in the front? Any young worshipers that want to come up? Come on, join me. There's so many of you this morning. Hello.
I'm in kindergarten.
You're in kindergarten? How many of the rest of you are in kindergarten? Raise your hand if you're in kindergarten. I think you're the only one. Yeah, well, good morning. So I think a lot of you are here to do something really special for this worship service today. Is that right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do today?
Sing.
You're going to sing? That's so exciting. Well, I'm going to share a little bit of a message, and then I'm going to invite you to sing. Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I have a question. I am wondering, how many of you like color? Do you like bright colors and red and green and yeah? So I want to ask you, when you look at what I'm wearing today, my pants and my shirts, what colors am I wearing today? Black, and what else? And white. So black and white are kind of the colors that we use to often talk about light and dark, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about light and dark today. So lots of times people think that light is the best thing, but do you know that darkness can be really great too? Do you know that? Let's think, what are some great things, some special things that can only happen in the dark? What do you think? Bats come out, definitely. What else is special about the dark? Stars, you can only see stars when it's dark out, right? What do you think? And the moon, you can't see the sun, but you can see the moon when it's dark out. Absolutely, what else? Fireflies, absolutely. What about sleeping? Do you guys like sleeping? I love sleeping, and I especially love when it gets dark because then I get to go to sleep. I love that. Were you going to say something else?
I sleep really long.
And you can see fireworks in the dark too, absolutely. Well, my friend Josh, who actually works here too, he shared with me this really cool, really special book, and I think they're going to show a picture of it on the screen right now, and it's called God's Holy Darkness. So this is a really special book that talks more about what are some of the special things about darkness. So I'm gonna lend this to you guys at the playground after, so you can share this book and you can look through this book together, okay? So now we talked about dark, and today in the story of Jesus, we heard about how light can be really special too. So before I go to that, I am wearing one more color in my outfit today. What color are my shoes? Brown. So why do you think I might bring up the color brown when I talk about Jesus? Does anybody in the congregation have a guess?
I know.
Yes.
I know, because his skin color was brown.
His skin color was brown, exactly. So Jesus had brown colored skin, didn't he? And in this story, do you know what they say happened to his skin? It became dazzling like the sun. It became really, really light. So when his friends who were up on this mountain with him saw him, they could hardly, his skin was brown, but it was shining so bright they could hardly see him. And so with this story, we remember that God is in the dark and God is in the light, right? So Pastor Hector has brought up this image of a tree before and an orchard. Do you guys know what an orchard is? What is an orchard?
It's a lot of trees growing in one place, but it's like a fruit tree. So like there can be like an apple orchard, and there's like a bunch of apple trees.
Yep. You got that? An orchard, Freya said, is where there's a bunch of trees, and lots of times it's fruit trees that are growing a bunch of fruit with a bunch of different trees. So I have this really special mug, and can you see, this is there's a picture of this too that you can all see. What does that look like? It looks like an apple tree, doesn't it? So this is actually from a country that's called Jordan. Can you all say Jordan? Jordan. So Jordan is actually really close to where Jesus was. And this is a special mug that I got in Jordan, and this has a tree on it that's called the Tree of Life. So I'm wondering, when you think about trees and things that grow, do you know that growth happens with a tree in the dark and in the light? Like plants, exactly. So where does growth happen with a tree in the dark? Where does that happen? Yeah. Do you know what these are called?
Dissolves. And then it starts, and then goes roots, and then it starts growing up.
Exactly. You're so right. So like you said, it starts with the roots, and the roots are growing in the dark, aren't they? And then, like you said, the tree or the plant grows up, and then the branches and the fruit and the leaves and everything, they are growing, and what do they need to grow? They need sun and they need light, exactly. So God reminds us that growth and life happens in darkness and in light. So I've got one more special thing for you guys. This is a day when we are going to actually hide something in the church, okay? So there is a word in the church that we often lift up, and that word is, are you guys ready? Alleluia. Can everyone say Alleluia? Alleluia. So this is a special word that we are actually going to hide until, can you guess what season or what day? Easter, exactly. So I've got these pieces of Alleluia. So if you want to take a slip of paper, I hope I have enough. And what I'm going to ask you to do is go hide this piece of paper, Alleluia, somewhere, okay? So go find a place to hide it. Everyone's going to get one piece of Alleluia. Yeah, go ahead right now and you can hide your Alleluia. All right. Nice job. Does everybody have one? Okay, we're going to give you 10 more seconds. Everybody, let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you hide your Alleluia? Did anybody see where you hid it? They did? Well, that's okay. That's okay. So here's the thing. I'm going to hide the rest of the Alleluia. I'm going to hide it in this mug, okay? Because this is going to be hidden in here until Easter. But just like trees grow in the darkness and in the light, we are just going to wait for this Alleluia to grow in the dark and in the light, and then it's going to come out again for Easter. So can you guys come back for Easter when the Alleluia comes back? Awesome. Okay.